Welcome back to McPhee Ford. Today we're taking a look at this 2024 Ford E-Transit. This is a fully electric version of the legendary Transit, which has been the best-selling cargo van for a long time here in North America. And this one here has a very new and specific feature that I think is really going to step up the game for the electric van segment. Now, we're going to take you on a full tour of this one today and we'll show you some of the differences that this one has. Now, firstly, that new feature is going to be the extended range battery, or as Ford calls it, the enhanced range battery. And of course, it's going to extend your range for these particular models because when these were first released, there were some concerns with the range. It had about 126 miles or about 200 kilometers of range, a maximum range with the low roof model. Ford has enhanced that to about 250 to 260 with the low roof model, so you do get that extra bit of range here, which is going to really improve a lot of people's uses for these particular vans. Now, with the front end here, you're going to have the blue tri-bar design with the stripes there, which is kind of one way you can tell this between a gas version of the Transit. And right here is also where you're going to charge this vehicle. So you do have fast charging capabilities with these Transit as well. There's also a little status indicator right there, which will show you the status of the charge as it's doing so. So it's cool to have that in front of the vehicle, which makes it a lot easier if you're at a public charging station. This does have the HID Xeon headlights. So this is going to be a nice modern technology here. It's really going to elevate the lighting projection of these vehicles versus a standard incandescent bulb. And then coming to the side here, this one is a low roof model. So this is going to give you maximum range. It is also offered in a medium or high roof. So depending on your configuration and your needs, you can option in these very easily. There's a lot of configurations you can do. You can do longer wheelbases. You can do shorter wheelbases. But this one here is a low roof, 148-inch wheelbase. Does have the 16-inch steel wheels with the covers there, as well as the long arm mirrors. So you're going to get a long arm or a short arm. Again, all depending on what you're using the van for. Some people like to tow a trailer with these, so the longer ones may be more useful for that. We'll make our way around to the back here. This one does have the cargo windows, the rear windows in the back with the defrost, so it's going to make visibility a lot easier, of course, out the back. And then you'll notice there you do have your E-Transit badging, which is, of course, the main way you can tell the difference between the E-Transit and the regular gas version. You do have a rear recovery point back here, and the rear view camera is going to be right down here. The high roof models are actually going to be way up on the top by the third brake light, but most of them are going to be down there on the lower door. Now let's go ahead and take a look inside now. Now with this interior, it is going to have a vinyl seat. These are going to be a much more durable material than a typical cloth or a leather. So this is going to be able to withstand the abuse. People coming in and out all the time. It's going to be a much more durable material. They are extremely comfortable. They do have recline adjustments. They have armrests, so they're very comfortable, especially for longer distances like you would in the Transit. Also here we have rubber/vinyl flooring, so very simple and basic design. It's going to be incredibly easy to keep clean and maintain. Very easy step there to get in. The E-Transits are not any higher or lower than a regular Transit or a regular gas Transit, so if you're used to a regular gas, this is going to be a very easy transition. Tons of storage here in the door, which is going to be extremely convenient. You can keep all your tools, your gloves, whatever the case is, right here in the door area. Got your power windows, power mirrors, electronic parking brake, as well as automatic headlights. A lot of great convenience features here with the E-Transit that all comes standard. Hopping inside here does have a keyless fob. It also has the ability to unlock the cargo doors individually of the front regular doors up here, which is also nice if, especially depending on configurations, if you're doing parcel delivery and you just want to make sure that you're opening the cargo doors and not the front ones. You do have that option there. Now inside, you're going to notice a few things. Firstly, do have the Sync 4 display here, which is going to be a really great option, and that also comes as a standard feature. 12-inch display here in a Ford Transit, which is pretty cool. These have just recently become available as an option, and they come here standard on the E-Transit. It's going to provide a lot of connectivity options. You can option these in with navigation. You can option them with HD radio, with Sirius XM, Bluetooth, etc. So there's a lot of great connectivity features here. They also have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto, and you can also access your vehicle settings and vehicle features through here. Now moving on to the steering wheel. Got your cruise control button on there. You got your phone information, volume. It's all very easily accessible. The steering wheels are very nice size. They're not too big. They're very easy to manage. They don't get in the way at all, which is really nice. And the gauge clusters are going to show your battery information. So you have the power usage. You also, of course, have your range right there, which this one is currently showing 239 kilometers. And then you have your what looks like a gas gauge. It's actually your battery gauge to show you the the charge of the electric battery. Tons of storage there on top of the dash. Also, we're going to find a 12-volt connector and a USB-C connector, so there is a good amount of charging options there, especially for those of you who run dash cams. For these, if you have a fleet, you want to run dash cams, either front-facing or road-facing. You can easily run a dash cam with the supplied power outlets there. Glove box down below, really nice size there, and it is lockable, so you can keep your valuables in there. Another set of 12-volt and USB down here, as well as a little port here that you can actually use to 3D print accessories if you want to put a little garbage bag holder right here, or maybe other accessories that you would find similar to what you would actually see in the Ford Maverick. Ford actually incorporated that here in the Transit, which is really cool. Another thing I want to point out is the ease of access into the cargo area. Very easy breezeway here, and you have a nice little grip down there to use if it's slippery. Very, very easy to access the cargo area. Now, speaking of cargo area, we'll go ahead and take a look into the cargo here. This one does have the dual rear cargo door, which is by far the most popular for the E-Transit, because it does give you a lot of access and very easy access into the cargo area through the rear. On the passenger side, or the right side here, do have the Pro Power Onboard, which is a huge deal in the E-Transit. A lot of people have been using this. This is a 2.4 kilowatt system, which is basically going to be 2,400 watts of usable power through these two outlets here. 120 volt, 20 amp rating. So basically what you would see in your house through a regular wall outlet. You have a huge inverter system here, which you can use to power tools, your any device, laptops, or whatever the case is. These outlets are really going to handle that very well. This one does have the cargo floor, the vinyl cargo floor, so it's very protected, as well as the half wall. So it's very easy to mount shelving or any type of partitions to this vehicle, no problem at all. Now we'll go ahead and take a look into the side here. This has the passenger side sliding door, which again is going to be by far the most popular way to configure these. There is a couple of other door options. You can also get windows in these for the door, or you can get windows on the other side if you want. 3,116 pound payload rating on this particular unit here. That is what the sticker says in the door jamb over there. So 3,116 pounds of max payload, which is a very impressive number, especially for a single rear wheel, battery Transit. The batteries are heavy, so of course that is going to reduce your payload. However, you're going to get over 3,000 pounds, which is a very, very impressive number. You can easily load this thing up to the max, no problem at all. This one does have the step right here, the little running board on the side, which again, you get the step, another step, very easy to get inside, as well as the little grab handle here, the D-pillar grab handle. You can option in tie-down points back here. You can option in different types of flooring. If you want like a harder type of flooring, you can option in, full walls. You can option in partitions. I mean, the options are endless back here. And over there is actually the charger. So it's going to be 120 volt or 240 volt charging. But, of course, we always recommend a full size 80 amp charger if you were purchasing one of these, just to make it much easier and faster to charge these, because that's always the biggest concern is, charging. How do I charge this? Always recommend a full size, professionally installed wall charger for either E-Transit or the Mach-E or the F-150 Lightning. So that is the 2024 E-Transit with the new extended range battery. If you're interested in one of these, you can reach out to us, give us a call, or visit our website, mcpheeford.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.